He has given this one the full treatment. Perfect release through the ball. And this shot is on the fairway, over 300 yards. Excellent looking shot here. Pretty good drive here.
Another straight one.
First hole here at Whistling Straits. And Frank, what's the key?
Favor the right side of the green to avoid those deep bunkers short, left and long.
Can't hide the flagstick from that man. Frank, what's the best way to attack this first hole?
You'd like to hit your second shot just a little right of the flag. Everything slopes towards the left.
Shouldn't be a problem here. That's not how you picture it, Frank, when you step on that first tee.
No, you'd like to go back to that first tee right now and start again.
Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read.
Great start.
Frank, bold is beautiful here at Whistling Straits, and this second hole is for the bold, isn't it?
Well, even though it's just under 600 yards, it is reachable for the long hitters. Ideally, you want to hit it down the left side because that way you can see the green. There is bunkers left and there is bunkers right.
And that's going to stay on the fairway here at the second hole. From a perfect position, ready to play his next shot.
Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like. Frank, ball is in the rough here. What are the problems on this next shot?
Well, this is really where the skill level comes in. A good part. This is where the good player separates himself from the rest.
He'll need to be strong with this. Not enough on that one.
Yeah, it just seemed to baby it.
Nice approach shot. He'll be happy with that. and getting ready for the putt. Oh, I thought he had that. Made a good run at birdie. He'll have to focus now. Try to walk away with the par. This is a par try for Poulter. Good solid par right there. Nudge this one home, finish it up. Did the job right there. All right, Frank, how do you like the look of the first par 3 on the golf course, the third hole?
Well, you have a good look at Lake Michigan for a start. That's certainly not where you want to hit it, though. Really use the green, the shape of the green, which angles to the left. This one's starting down the right. Does not look like it's going to draw back towards the flag.
But it will catch the green. He's knocked it on the green, but not in a great position. This is a difficult chance coming up here. Long birdie try. Frank, I'm not saying he should pull out driver here, but this is a long putt.
Greens are fast, though. You never know. Good line, good pace. Might have a chance.
Always two components to the long lag putt, the speed, number one, and then the read. And missed out on that second part. A 17-foot putt here. That's costly right there.
Painful.
Par attempt here. And drops it in. So off the par 3 third, now a beefy par 4, Frank.
And it's called glory. Now make 4 here, give yourself a self 5.
That one is bunker bound, it looks like. Just a bit offline and into the bunker. And the tee shot ends up in the bunker. Just a good solid tee shot right there, about 280 yards. Frank, just a slight miss off the tee. He's in the fairway bunker.
Yeah, just really got to pick the right club once again. Sometimes you take a little bit more club out of the fairway bunker, choke down.
A second shot. Well, that's how you play the game right there. Knock it on the green and give yourself a good look at birdie. Frank, what are we looking at here with this approach shot to the fourth?
Well, just like a lot of holes at Whistling Straits, with the water on the left, if you're going to err anyway, you err on the high side.
Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
Ian for birdie. Continues to putt beautifully. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Here at Whistling Straits, and they call this hole Snake. Frank, how do you avoid getting bitten by it?
Well, if you go left, there's water. If you go right, there's water. This hole is anything other than straight, so it suits its name. Somehow find the fairway. Best way to play this is treat it as a three-shotter.
Not what he wanted, but he's headed to the beach. Wayward from the tee, and this one is headed for the rough, Frank. Digs in, ready for the bunker shot.
Yeah, second shot here. Just try and aim a little bit behind that ball, an inch or two.
Out of the sand and back on the fairway.
Yeah, good shot. Just really utilized that little bit between the ears. Realized he couldn't reach the green and instead opted for fairway.
Good looking shot right here. Okay, here comes the third shot. It's about 120 yards. That's what's left. Tug that one a little bit offline to the left, and he'll pay a bit of a price because that rough is fairly thick. You have to think he'll be happy with that, given that it looked like it was headed right for the rough.
Yeah, it looked like that was the only place it was going to finish, but, well, it's a little bit unexplainable. Let's see what he does from here now. Lucky break.
Good 20-footer here. Very well done. Almost made it.
Yeah, there'll be no stress for the next one.
Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. This can be a cruel game at times. Oh, man. You can't miss him from that distance. So after all that, it's a bogey. He's made it. Set to go now at the sixth. It's a pretty short par four.
Yeah, slight dogleg to the right, but you can play it straight away. There's a series of bunkers down that left side, and then they really choke the fairway at about 320 yards.
Long drive, but a bad lie.
Wicked.
Frank couldn't ask for anything more.
Just the lie there, too. It is sitting up like it's teed up.
Second shot from the rough. It's on the way. Playing this par 4, still not on the green after that second shot.
But still not done. A good third shot. Maybe get away here with par.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
That is an excellent play right there. The approach, giving him another good look. Not a gimme, but well within his range. So frustrating sometimes on the greens, isn't it? Drop shot here at the 6th. Locked in on the read and the speed. Good putt. Frank, some of these holes are absolute mind blowers. I mean, this 7th is like nothing I've ever seen.
It actually reminds me of a hole in New South Wales in Australia at the La Perouse or New South Wales golf course. Just the way in which it cuts into the coast. Just a gorgeous par 3.
To generate some momentum here at the 7th hole. This for birdie. This is a good-looking shot. "11 feet away." Score that a birdie. Miguel Angel Jimenez with the putt. Well done. Frank, check out all the bunkers on the right.
I can't count them on one hand, that's for sure. Just another example of how Pete Dye has just has gone to work in the way in which he's protected these holes.
Headed for the bunker, I think. Well, he pays a price for that.
Yeah, when you don't see the top of the ball in the rough, you know it's not sitting pretty. You need a bit of force to extract one out of there.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
This one has a chance to be close. Well, that is an exceptional shot on the green and in position for a birdie.
Yeah, it's a formality now.
Frank, out of the rough, best to swing a little bit easier or get after it with all you have?
Well, a little bit in between. Obviously, it's going to require a little bit of strength to make sure that club keeps going through. But it's still the planning of the shot. Once again, check short. Is there anything I have to carry? And even remember, there's always the option of just simply pitching the ball down the fairway and taking your medicine.
and getting ready for the putt. Continues to roll it very well all day long. But he's been doing this a long time, all over the world, making birdies. Miguel Angel Jimenez. Headed to the clubhouse now for a hot dog and a soda at the turn. But first, a little bit of business here with this par 4 ninth.
And this is going to take a straight tee shot. Trouble on both sides of this fairway. Also, be very, very aware of the shape of this fairway. It's downhill and slopes left to right.
That's a good spot right there.
Center cut.
Frankie's cranking it and banking it. Giant drives, a boatload of birdies. What a round.
Yeah, these are the days you just dream for. We know golf's not that easy. But on a day like today, savor it and just keep going. Keep doing it. Yeah, this is not heading in the right direction.
Well, it looks like it's going to be in the rough. No fairway here. This one in that rough. Second shot coming out of the rough here.
Oh, solid strike right in the heart of the green.
How good was that, Frank, from the rough?
Oh, that's amazing. That's a masterclass in short game.
Frank, what are you thinking about on this approach here at the ninth?
It plays a little downhill, so it's going to play a little shorter than its distance.
Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. That has to feel good. That's a birdie. Just a couple of feet. Simple, solid, and he'll take it.
But one that you need to make.
Just a superb performance on the front side. He's hoping to keep it going here on the back nine, Frank.
The game is so much easier when you're swinging well, putts are going in. Really, you've just got to keep out of your own way. This is way left going left.
And that one's going to be in the rough, it looks like. Into the tall cabbage. That ball is swallowed up.
Ah, nice.
Looks good. Frank, right where you want to be.
Wouldn't be better if it was on a tee.
Frank, on an uphill shot like this one, did you do anything differently in terms of your setup over the ball?
Yeah, I made sure the ball wasn't too far forward because on an uphill shot, there's always a struggle to get all your weight going forward.
Just a beautiful approach shot. He'll need to be strong with this. How do you like that? He's holding. Just a phenomenal play right there. Well, Frank, the 11th here at Whistling Straits is a monster par 5. They call it sandbox, but it is not exactly child's play, is it?
No, I can't actually count the number of bunkers on this hole. Plus, it's a dogleg to the right. 645 yards. I don't care whichever way you cut it down. That's going to be 3 good shots. Forces you to hit driver off this tee.
Wow, he moved that a long ways right in the fairway.
Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like. Well, not this time. That one's in the rough. Might be a tough shot coming up. Second shot coming out of the rough here.
There's a bunker over there.
I think he's headed for it. Just a bit offline and into the bunker. Frank, this is a huge par 5. How reachable is it?
Well, probably chances of getting home there, you're going to need something around the 340-yard mark off the tee. If you've done that, one thing to be aware of is that huge bunker, that huge deep bunker short left of this green.
So the golf ball ends up in that first cut. It's a little bit less than 2 inches. You can see the golf ball. Should be able to get at it, but may not be able to control the spin. We'll see. So, Frank, out of the bunker and back into play.
Yeah, the late Bobby Jones used to say the hardest shot in golf's always the next one. Well, by getting the ball back in play, he just made that a little easier.
Well, the stats say that is a green hit in regulation, but it's not yet a par on the card. Very tough putt coming up. Pretty long putt right here. You'd be happy to get it to within 2-3 feet. Just singes the edge, Frank.
Yeah, but at least he's burning the edges. You know you're hitting good putts.
Good thing he stayed in the first cut, because just a couple of feet over, that rough is really deep. This one just requires a little bit of focus.
Good read, good line, well played.
Now to the 12th, short little par 3.
Yeah, just a short iron in hand. You'd like to think it's a birdie opportunity. One of the biggest problems here, though, is putting. This green, anything other than flat.
Good swing, good shot yet again. He's making the game look very simple right now. See it, hit it, and he's got it right on track. Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
Not a gimme, but well within his range. Made a good run at birdie. He'll have to focus now. Try to walk away with the par. This from 7 feet. In the hole and into birdie. Frank, here at the 13th, a lot can happen.
Just a gentle dogleg to the right, or at least the hole moves to the right, plus the slope of the fairway. So you've got to aim left of center. This looks like it's heading for the bunker.
Long drive. but a bad lie.
Wicked. That's an absolute beauty.
Set to go. Not an easy shot by any means.
I mean, this skill, and that was sublime.
Just good hands, coming out of the rough, able to manage the distance, and now in great position. And Ian Poulter going for the green on his second shot. For birdie. Oh, man.
Just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. Getting set now over the putt. Well, he knew it right from the start. Just a poor putt. Ian Poulter for par.
Well, that was a tricky one, but it's in.
And drops it in. So with 5 holes left to play here at the PGA Championship, we arrive at this dogleg left, par 4.
Well, it's called Widow's Watch, but really it's a thinking man's hole. A long iron, maybe even a fairway wood just down the right side. That should set up a relatively simple short iron.
Little shaky behind the wheel today, Frank.
Shaky. Maybe put both hands on it.
Frankie's managed to hit it in the rough yet again.
Yeah, this is hard to imagine. You know, the fairways aren't that narrow today.
Frank, I think that's going to the bunker.
Looks like it.
No fairway here. This one in that rough. Playing this par 4, still not on the green after that second shot.
That's still not done. A good third shot. Maybe get away here with par.
Second shot coming out of the rough here. Continuing his fine play, another beautiful approach shot.
It's that sneaky distance.
Has his par. Settles in over the putt. And he has it.
A good putt redeems all.
Ready to go here at the 15th tee, and by the looks of it, Frank, we should have brought the swimsuits and some sunscreen.
It's very picturesque, that's for sure, but don't get fooled by its beauty. This is an absolute beast at 503 yards and sets up a very, very tough finish to Whistling Straits.
Like the looks of this one.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, this looks good.
Certainly is.
He has given this one the full treatment. Perfect release through the ball. And this shot is on the fairway, over 300 yards. Frank, this one's offline.
There's rough and thick stuff over there.
Into the thick stuff, that's a difficult lie. Ian Poulter going for the green on his second shot. Good looking shot right here. Ooh, nice play right there. That's in pretty close. Frank, this ball's in the rough. Anything you change in your technique when a ball's sitting down a little bit?
Yeah, you put the ball back a little bit further on your stance because you're going to get a bit of grass between the ball and the club face. So you have to allow for that and keep that club moving. That grass is going to be that grass is going to create a certain amount of resistance.
Well, that would have been a bonus had it gone in, but still, reasonable chance for par here.
Yeah, there's no damage. You're not going to birdie every hole.
Always love to hear the sound of the bottom of the cup. Now the run to the finish beginning here at the 16th, Frank.
And there's certainly a chance for 3s, 4s, 5s, 6s, you name it down here. But it's all going to start with one thing, and that's a good drive.
Headed for the bunker, I think. Frank made this hole just a little bit harder hitting it into the rough.
I would say a lot harder.
Offline, and I think that one's headed for the rough.
Where this ball's going, there's no fairway there, only rough.
Second shot coming out of the rough here. That was a big, bold strike, and now a chance for a big, bold move. Putt for eagle coming up.
This is straight at it.
That's a really good line. Frank, I'm not saying he should pull out driver here, but this is a long putt.
Greens are fast, though. You never know. Good line, good pace. Might have a chance.
So a good lag putt there, Frank.
Yeah, the whole idea of a lag putt, sometimes you build a 3 or a 4 foot circle. Just try and get it inside that. Good putt.
This one just requires a little bit of focus. Oh, that's good. I like it. Oh, they're going to love it. What a putt. Well, Frank, we know that Pete Dye has given the world some intimidating par threes, most notably the 17th at TPC Sawgrass. He says this one is even more fearsome.
And the reason why is the drop-off on the left. It's 20 feet below the level of the green. Then you've got the sand dunes on the right, which are sort of speckled with bunkers as well. And then there's a little sliver of green grass in between. That's the green.
Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on there. Easy birdie.
It's 180 yards now to the flagstick. Frank, through the years, we have seen countless what we would call good ball strikers, great swingers of the golf club, but there is something else that separates those kinds of players with the truly great achievers in the sport. What is it?
Great achievers have more than one plan. I think most players, it's always good if they're playing their golf. But what do you do if your driving is off or if your iron play is off? Do you have a plan B? Great players not only have a plan B, they have a plan C as well. And that's the difference. So when you set foot on the first tee, you've also got to be aware of, what if my driver doesn't go as well as I would like to, or my iron play isn't as sharp? Can I still compete?
So they can turn 74 into a 71.
That's right. And at the end of a 4-day tournament, the 71 doesn't look so bad, even if somebody shot 65 that day. Remember, as you know, and both of us know now, when you look at 4 days, someone always plays average for a day, but they don't play bad.
Golf tournaments aren't 100-yard sprints, they're marathons.
And the lie pretty much dictated the result. Thick rough, tough to get that all the way to the green.
Trying to muscle it out of there, but you had to be Schwarzenegger to get that one done. Well, he'll be disappointed with that, no doubt.
Yeah, swing didn't quite look right on that one.
And setting up here in the rough. Well, once you hit double the par, it's time to just pick up and move on. Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. Mark a birdie on the card. Well, Frank, what a day of golf we saw out there today.